When starting your online music business, the one thing you want to get right from the start is your domain name. In this video, I talk about what a domain name is and go through all the steps for searching for and registering a new domain name. Have a look. In this video, What's in a Domain Name, I will explain what is a domain name, then I will go through my tips for selecting a domain name. Then finally, I will show you where and how to search for and register a domain name. So what is a domain name? A domain name is the name you commonly know websites by. Some examples of domains that you will be aware of are google.com and youtube.com. Two of my domain names are eBusk.com and georgegoodman.com. The .com part is called a top-level domain. There are a bunch of them, but .com is far and away the most common. Others include .co, .info, .org, plus endings for individual countries. The part of the domain name preceding the top-level domain is the second-level domain. For example, eBusk is a second-level domain. Domain names need to be registered with a domain registrar and renewed every so often, depending on the time frame you select. More on that in a minute. When choosing a domain name for your website, there are a number of things you need to keep in mind. Top tips for selecting a domain name. I recommend making it .com. This is the most recognizable top-level domain and is what most people would automatically type into an address bar. This will greatly reduce your branding efforts. If you don't have a .com domain, then you will need to ensure that all of your marketing displays exactly what your site name is, because people expect it to be a .com. If possible, make your domain name and business name the same. Again, this allows you to maximize your branding efforts. Use keywords if possible. This will aid your search engine optimization. Not sure what I'm talking about? Check out the link below, Keyword Research and SEO for Musicians. Try to keep it short, easy to remember, and easy to spell. Try to make it catchy or creative, unique. I avoid the use of hyphens in domain names. I think that falls into the hard to spell category, especially when you are spelling out the domain name to another person. Now, if you want to use your band name and it's taken, you may try adding a prefix or a suffix, words like band name music or reachbandname.com. Registering your domain name. So let's get started finding and registering your new domain name. The best place that I have found for finding and registering or buying a domain name is GoDaddy. I've used them for years and haven't had any problems at all with them. Domain registration was what they originally hung their hat on, and it's what they do best. And from what I've found, they do it the cheapest. GoDaddy has the best prices, excellent customer service. They also have tools to aid in the selection of a domain name. Let's turn to the computer now to get started. Below this video, on the eBusk site and on YouTube, is a link to GoDaddy's search page. Let's click on that link. Their page changes frequently, but you should see a large Start Your Domain search here or a similar headline. Let's start by entering some ideas using the guidelines above and keyword research we've done. Now I know that harmonica is a very popular search term, so I'm going to just give that a try. I don't expect that to be available, and it's already taken. GoDaddy gives us some alternative ideas, though, such as signature harmonica or magic harmonica. I don't want any of those, so I'm going to try a new search. Now, I also know from my keyword research that there are alternatives to harmonica, such as for harmonica or on harmonica. Now, here I'm thinking about lessons on harmonica, tabs on harmonica, or songs for harmonica. I think I like for better. So let's have a look for that. Now, if you're lucky, you will see a big check mark that's saying your selected domain is available. Excellent. If not, there will be other possible suggestions, and I'm sure you have other ideas to try. So once you've found your perfect domain name, there will be a list of other top-level domains that you can register as well. I think it's wise to buy up other common domain name endings because they're cheap, and when you become successful, you'll wish you had kept them away from poachers. This also helps your main domain name stay unique. Now, if this is too pricey starting out, you can come back later and get the other top level domains when you're more successful. Okay, so once you've found your perfect domain name, ensure that it's selected, as well as any other top level domain names you're purchasing, and select Add. That'll add it to your shopping cart. We only want to try 4 harmonica here. And then click Continue to Registration. Registration is basically a 4-part process. First, you will need to create an account. Now, this is all straightforward. Okay, the second step is setting your domain settings. Another recommendation that I have is to set your registration length for as long a period as possible. I try to register my domain names for 10 years. There are a couple of reasons why I do this. First off, search engines, meaning Google, will take the domain registration length as one of the factors when determining your page rank. That's their indication of the importance of your page or site. The longer the domain registration can lead to improved page rank. Secondly, the cost of domain registration is not going down. To register a domain name for 10 years now will be much cheaper than re-registering every year. And finally, avoid the extra task of having to re-register every year. One less task to do is more time to do something you enjoy. Put as much of this on autopilot as possible. Okay, so then you select Next. Now, the third step is your privacy and domain protection. Here I just suggest to keep it simple, keep it standard, and hit Next. Okay, the fourth step is to activate your domain. Again, they're going to try to cross-sell email as well as website hosting, but that's not what we're going to do here. All we want to use GoDaddy for is our domain name registration. So I'm just going to select Next. So this takes us to a review of the shopping cart. If everything's right, then we want to click Continue to Checkout. So here we need to enter any account and billing information as needed. So you'll fill in your account information, login information, pick a password and confirm the password, also a password hint and a PIN number. Then you need to select How do you hear about us? And then continue to checkout. Once you've completed checkout, you will receive a confirmation email receipt, including important information such as your login ID and password. Now that information needs to go in your stash. Not sure what your stash is? Well, click the stash link below this video and I'll give you all the information on that. Now that you have your domain name, you need excellent, inexpensive web hosting for your website. That's all in the next tutorial. In review, in this video I have reviewed domain names. I quickly explained what is a domain name, supplied tips for selecting a domain name, and then demonstrated the process to find and register your domain name with GoDaddy. So now it's up to you to take action. Select the GoDaddy link below, use the tips outlined in the video and your keyword research to find and register your new domain name. Once that's done, check out the next lesson on web hosting to get your website up and running. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial.